This is the Love Golf Tour, and the Love Golf Tour presents the year-long match play final between Kirk and Nero. And the final takes place at McRae Memorial Golf Club, a difficult championship golf course located in Barrington, Illinois. A very hilly, long golf course in difficult conditions today. Only the toughest will survive today. Very few golfers out here braving these conditions, as these gentlemen pretty much had the golf course to themselves all day. As you can see, the first tee here gives you an idea of the topography here. A lot of up and downs on this par 71 layout with a stroke rating of 74.1, which is rather high if you figure 72 is a normal course. That would put a stroke rating at over 75. So a very difficult golf course with a lot of difficult features, a lot of trouble everywhere. Very undulating, fast greens. And negotiated between Kirk and Nero is a 20-shot margin that Nero's going to start this round with greens rolling at a 12 plus in the stent meter. Kirk was very unhappy about giving up 20 shots. It went against all the rules that was established for this match play tournament at the beginning of the year, due to there being very large differences in handicaps. But nevertheless, Kirk took it on like a man. So 50 degrees and 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. As you take a look at the yardages here, which will be very significant of playing over 7,000 yards, par 71 with 3 holes under 340 that are par 4. So the rest of the par 4s are just big boy holes. As we take a look at Kirk getting his final preps in, first to arrive to the course today. You can kind of get an idea just how fast these greens are just from the practice green. As we watch the final preparations, let's send it down to the first hole for the introductions of the golfers.
Good luck, sir. So what are we doing? Are we doing a size 14? 14 size ring right there, baby. Big. How you feeling?
I'm excited, dude. Yeah. I'm just ready to have some fun. I love match play. I've discovered that this year.
Okay. Very good. It's exciting. It's a blustery cold day, huh?
It's pretty British.
Pretty British for Chicago.
All right.
Good luck. All right, good luck, man. We're doing 20 shots.
And what a great start to a great day. These two gentlemen were actually out at a golf course called Willow Hill right before this, enjoying a 9-hole round. But great start to what will hopefully be a great day between these two competitors. And Nero starts off the match with a poor drive down the left side. Not his best, a little out of character there. Had a little bit of nerves. And Kirk steps up into this 440-yard into the wind par 4. Very difficult hole to start the round in with his driver. And that just did not sound right. A little high on the face, I believe, which isn't going to travel very far into the wind. Somebody's down there. They drove right under his ball, right into the fairway, right as he was about to hit. All these holes at this golf club are very secluded, but it did not matter there. And here is Nero's shot. I believe this is his third already. Yes, this is his third. He did not hit a good second shot. This is a 3-wood on his third, and this is another poor shot. This is Kirk's second from about 190 yards. He's going with a 6-iron. He does not want to give this too much club because he can go into those pine trees. He's just kind of aiming at them. And if he's able to sneak this around that tree with a cut, he'd be happy with that. He just blasts one. Pretty much exactly what he's trying to do. He's just trying to get it up by the green and get up and down after that poor drive into the wind. His drive was really accentuated how poor it was by hitting into that little headwind there. So here's Nero's fourth, not third. He's got about 100 yards left. Into this wind, he has a big slope on the left side of the pin. Everything kind of feeds back down towards the hole from the left side. And he gets through that very, very nicely. Gets it about pin high, and it gets better. It comes off the slope, and here's Kirk's third. Needs to get this up and in, most likely to go one up after one, which would be huge in this match where he's spotting 20 shots. That was a good shot, just about 10 feet short. A little afraid of these really fast greens. They're firm and fast. They're top dressed with a ton of sand. And then it seemed like they scraped them off, and there's a lot of grass showing and sand in all the low areas. They were just flying today. Nero for his 5, not 4. He leaves that on the low side. Never really had a chance. So Kirk for his par to win the hole. We'll move one up through one on this very difficult starting hole. This hole was playing. I want to kind of balance out with the wind. I'd say this hole's playing a good 460 to 470 today. This would be a very good par. And he pulled that. He pulled it. It ended on the low side. That was just a bad read and a pull. Just a bad putt. Just a poor putt all around. Very unhappy with that. Well, here's Nero for his 6, not 5. Getting his line just right. And he's able to roll that in, and that is good to keep the match all square through one hole.
Yeah, all square.
Nero's 6, Kirk 5. Nero's net 5. As we move forward to the second hole, probably the most difficult hole on the course. Nero's drive well out to the right, leaving himself well over 200 yards into this par 4. And he hits a tree and goes down into the hazard. Now, Kirk has a decision to make. Kirk does not know at this point that Nero went into the hazard. He's thinking that he has to pull off an amazing shot in order to get this hole. So Nero is going to have to drop it and will be lying 4, net 3. Kirk hits his drive here. He walloped his drive. He thought he could maybe get past this corner, which is not really possible. It's over 300 yards into the wind today to get past these trees. He hit them right into them. And he's studying this. This is if you look, the pin is just to the left between these trees. He originally grabbed the 9 iron. He goes at the 8, looking at that branch like he might be able to get it up fast enough where it's going to clip it. And he is going to try to sling a hook around these trees on the second hole, taking this risk. In match play, this is what you do. You take these type of risks in match play. Worst case scenario, you can lose one hole. Stroke play, you can lose 3 shots. It really brings like a double or triple into play. Try to hit the shot. You see his feet way right, club face closed, and he pulls it off. He snaps this hook up into that hill. He will have to go look for his ball there, but it doesn't really matter as Nero spends about 5 minutes down here. This is his second time he's in a hazard on this hole. That is going to be good enough for Kirk to move one up through 2 holes. Kind of fast forward things here. Things got really slow on this hole. This hole took about a half hour to play. And it was Nero dropping for the second time. This hole was an absolute disaster for him, unfortunately. But in match play, it is just one hole loss. In stroke play, this would have been multiple shots. So Kirk moves one up through 2. You see Nero follow through. And we go to this third hole. The third hole, very difficult hole. All along the right there, you can kind of see it's all marsh. It's only about 360 yards, 340 yards maybe. Kirk going with just a 5 iron off of this tee, just trying to sneak it past this large tree on the left. And I think this is an overly conservative shot looking at what he's trying to do here. He leaves that way back. He's going to have about 175 yards in. Nero now. Looks like he's going with a lot more club. Looks like this is his 3-iron. Very difficult hole. Anything to the just too far right is a drop pretty much back at the tee. That's one of the design features here at McRae is that if you don't get it down into the fairway, if you don't pull the shot off, you're dropping way back by the tee on several of these tee boxes. The wind is coming out of the left. It's going to force it back towards the hazard even more. This is an aggressive play, down low. And that is very close.
It's either really good or gone.
The player's very excited. They saw it bounce, and Nero's in play. Kirk with a 6-iron from 185 yards. And that was not the greatest follow through there. It was a little off the toe, and he looks like he caught that as a very poor shot. Hits it right into the hazard. Right into the hazard. He's going to have to drop for 4. Hitting 4, net 3. This is from about 85 yards. Really in the driver's seat there. All he had to do was really hit the green and really put the pressure back on Kirk to get up and down just to, well, I guess lose the hole. With all these strokes flying around here. Nero not distracted by the heron landing in front of him here in the water. And that is a fine shot. Hits it towards the hole. We'll get up there. It looks like he's about 30 feet short. Not a bad shot.
Let me know if it bothers you. You can always tell me to move it.
Forward to Kirk's 3rd. Here on the 3rd. Very difficult bunker shot on a slight downslope coming up over about a 4-foot wall here. And he pulls it off. What a shot. And oh no, look at this. Green is so fast. That ball looked like it was going to be about 2 feet. And just the slope says nope. And the speed of these greens just ripped that thing over. He looked like he's going to be 2-3 feet. Instead, he's about 8 feet for his par. Big difference there in the way that ball rolled out. He executed that bunker shot just how he wanted, and that slope just ate it alive. Now here is Nero's chance at bogey, and he misses it. Kirk will give him that putt for a 6, net 5, and look to go 2 up in the match if he can make that 8-foot putt. As we see someone standing in the way of our camera crew. Okay, so goes along there. Kirk for 4 to go 2 up. Ooh, and he pulled it. He pulled it, didn't even hit the hole. 8-footer, you got to at least hit the hole on those. Very poor putt. So Kirk remains 1 up. 1 up through 3 as we move to the 4th hole. 170-yard par 3. Very difficult hole today because it was downhill into the wind. These are very difficult shots, and Kirk not able to get through and finish that swing. He hits the front right of the green. It rolls back off the front and leaves himself with an awkward chip shot. Nero lining up to the right side here, which is trying to, I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's lining up all the way to the right side of the tee box. There's some trees over here. It looks like he's aiming right at the trees. His feet are aiming at the water. His line is at the water. This is a 170-yard shot. He's aiming about 40 yards right. And he pulls way over the top and hits a slice that catches part of the green and rolls off to the
We've
right.
had enough, just like
It stays up on the bank. Very lucky that that did not go in the water. But Kirk rolled back down to this position. Very difficult crowned greens here. Neither of these players has played here more than once, so figuring out exactly how to get it on these greens and get it to stay on the greens is very difficult as we watch this chip shot. Looks very good. At this point, I think Kirk thinks it's stone dead, and it just runs and runs and runs. Runs about 12 feet past. Very frustrated. Kirk, that ball is moving, barely crawling. You go over to Nero. His ball didn't stay up on the bank. He hits his second. Looking at his second. He's really got a good advantage here as Kirk has looking like he's not going to be able to make par, and he just stuck the club in the ground. Gift there from Nero. Stuck the club in the ground. Can't hit the green from 10 feet off on an upslope. Very poor shot. This is his third. One down in the match. And underplays the slope, and this ball is gone. As you can see, this is what happened to Kirk's shot. The ball just runs off. That is a front pin location. The ball's rolling 15 feet past. I don't know if that's a bad design or if it's because of the aeration and the over sanding today or what, but and Kirk just misses that putt. Very frustrating. Very frustrating for both players. Nero's chip shot was not that bad. Kirk's chip shot was not that bad. And they both end up with putts that are just tough makes. Kirk has a 15-footer where he thought it mostly have a 6, and Nero has a 7-footer. Mostly thought he was having a 2-footer. So a very difficult run out on this green. Really have to play this a couple times to get used to it. Like nothing you see in the area. Nero misses that putt. And they have a Nero 5 and a Kirk 4. They have that hole and move on to a very difficult 470-yard par 4. And Kirk just bombed this one. This was an absolute bomb. Gets all the way down there. Or maybe it's about 460, not a good line. Crashes into the tree a little bit. Takes some steam off it. He's still got a decent approach in here. He's got about 190 yards into the green. Closer to 200. And this is a worm burner all along the ground. Rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls. It rolled about 100 yards all the way in the greenside bunker. It looked like Kirk was ready to pull the trigger there. And another golfer just came and drove right behind him. Seems like to be a theme in this competition, this year-long match plays. Kirk's concentration has been broken probably about 5 times on just video alone. I don't think he's overly sensitive. So we got about 159 yards. Kirk is going with an 8-iron, which is a very aggressive club. It seems like a lot of club for him at this downhill, little slight downwind. That is probably the wrong club, and it hits just past the hole and rolls all the way to the back of the green. That was the wrong club there. He just needed to focus on the front edge of that green. That's just a lack of course knowledge there. He did not understand that you cannot go past this green. And Nero's third. Can't see him. You can see the club, and there you are. A very good shot. We see this extreme break, which is why it's so disappointing that Kirk didn't understand the design of this course, and you cannot go past this hole. He was trying to take something off of an 8-iron there and thought he could hit a shot in there that would just hit and stick maybe if he hit it high enough, and there was just no chance. So this putt is uphill and he's playing about a 15-foot break here, and it looks like he thinks it's going to be a little too much. He's going to take some off of here. This is one of the crazier putts that I think I've seen all year. He is aiming a good 18 feet left. And it is not even high enough. Look at that ball miss 5 feet low. Very frustrated. Very frustrated. He's got to have about a 10-footer left for par. Here's for Nero's par. That birdie closed Kirk out on the hole, and he low as well. You thought he could have gone to town on Kirk's reading. I mean, look at that ball roll out. He's got a good 4 feet now for bogey. Left it short. Crucial part of the match. Kirk to retain a 1-up lead. For par. Hits the lip. It hits the lip and it comes back. Look at this extreme slope. That ball it hit the lip, rolled past the hole, rolled back 2 feet short. Kirk cannot believe it. Nero gives him that putt and makes his for bogey, net par, and that is a victory on the hole for Nero, and he gets the match back to all square. Nero actually did not concede that putt to Kirk. He wanted him to walk. He wanted to make his. He was going to see if he missed his, he was going to make him putt that. Kirk is very frustrated. Feels he really outplayed Nero on that hole. Outdrove him by 40 yards. Hit the green in 2. Watched the shot roll up into a trap and lost the hole. Very frustrating way to play golf. So all square into the par 5, 6th. And this is a clutch shot alert here. Kirk, having remembered this hole is just extreme break from right to left, just throws it up on that right side with a ton of spin.
Oh, yeah, it's a good shot.
And hits it to
I
there.
don't think you're going to 3-putt. That's just a feeling I have.
We listen to the conversations.
What's yours for?
7.
You can hear Kirk very annoyed. He's spotting 20 shots here, and his opponent can't tell him what he's putting for. Very frustrating. Kirk very frustrated at this point in the match. Goes ahead and rams in that birdie putt. You can see he's moving fast. He's talking fast. He's very annoyed, giving up 20 shots, and he asks his opponent what he's going for, and he can't tell him. This is a 220-yard par 3. Kirk just rips a 5-iron into the middle of the green. 1-up at this point. As we go to the fast motion cam for this pre-shot routine again. It's about a 3-minute pre-shot routine. We speed it up here for your viewers' sake. And there's a lot of preparation for a very poor shot that almost hits the trees, hits a side slope and rolls all the way down into this valley. Very fortunate break here. Kirk is about 20 feet on this 220-yard par 3. Very fortunate break to be able to hit the green here. And hits a great shot. But does not read the slope properly. Ends up with about a good 15, 20 feet.
Oh, what a shot.
Kirk lipped out. It was the weirdest slip out for a birdie on that hole. He ended up parring it. Nero bogeyed it. So Kirk remains 1-up. Kirk chugs his drive here on this par 4, very short par 4. As we go to the Love Golf Tour speed cam again, so we can get this all in. Kirk is going to have about 100 yards left. It turned out to be a perfect angle. It really wasn't a crucial error there. It was really the side to miss on. Would have preferred to be in the fairway, but he'll take it. As we see Nero go through his motions here. Wind coming off the right. He has about 280 yards to the front edge. He's trying to rip a 3-wood with this downhill and slightly downwind from the right. And he hits a poor one out to the right. He would have hit a provisional, but he would end up finding that ball down in the front of the trouble, about 220 yards off the green. Kirk trying to get cute with this shot, trying to hit a fade up into the wind. And you saw the splash of the sand there. Very, very aggressive shot. You see Nero just duff one down into the bunker. This is his third. With that huge slope behind this hole, it's very crucial not to hit it past, and he rolls it past. See Pierce hitting like his third shot over there. His ball rolling over the green after he just sculled one into the lake. Sure, he's going to say he parred it somehow. Kirk being perhaps a little cautious after just watching Nero blast it past the hole there. This is for Kirk's 4. Nero already putted about 6 feet past. Kirk walks it in. That is for a 4. Puts the pressure on Nero to make his 5. Not 4. So remain only 1 down, and he pushed it. Pushed it, poor stroke, and very frustrated as Nero is. And Kirk has spotted Nero 9 shots for the first 8 holes, and he has 2 up. Kirk aiming down the left side with his left to right wind. That ball just stayed dead straight. It did not cut for him. He nails the tree. He's going to have a long way in. He's going to have he ended up with over 220 yards into this medium length 440-yard par 4. Very unfortunate break. That ball just cut right through the wind. Didn't cut like his normal cut and nail the tree at the end. Came back about 30 yards.
Cheater. Should be good.
Nero pulls one, and it's a low slice. It worked. And Kirk's approach shot somehow bounced up this hill. Did not bounce down. He had a 220-yard approach shot. He hit it exactly where he wanted to, and it bounced straight up this hill instead of down to the right. Left with an impossible job here to try to get this. Spotting a stroke on the hole, and
That's exactly where my ball could end up.
Nero just walks up to where Kirk's ball's going to roll. He's kind of frustrated. Got to know where you're going when your opponents are about to hit. You got to give them that 20 seconds to hit their shot. And it didn't matter here. Kirk able to scoot it down the hill, but not enough there. Nero wins the hole. Kirk is 1 up through 9. Went to the 10th hole, and Kirk flared a ball out of bounds on 10 and lost the hole. So we go to the 11th at all square. All square through 11 holes for the Love Golf Tour Match Play Final. Watch Nero here. He's setting himself a couple times here on 11. Very difficult 450-yard par 4. Out of bounds on the left. A lake on the right, and Nero tops one. Tops one, about 130-yard drive. I don't know if that made it to the fairway or not. It's just a very, very poor strike. Kirk now all square, knows he's in the driver's seat. It just rips one. This is 290, 300-yard drive just on the left center. Hits his approach shot just short of the green, and he's thinking about making this. He hits it to about 3 feet. Nero did not give him that putt inside the leather. Probably a little shocked that he's doing that, asking for it, but you got to figure a guy that's getting 20 shots for the round might just look at that 3-footer and want to actually push himself to have to make a putt to do something. But he doesn't. He makes Kirk finish out that 3-footer, and he goes up and he misses the putt himself. So that is a 5 for Nero, a gross 5. And here is Kirk for his 4. Kirk believes this putt is to tie the hole and to keep the match all square. After watching Nero hit 2 tops and then hit it to there, make a bogey, Kirk would learn on the next tee that Nero, who was responsible for keeping track of the handicaps, who's getting 20 shots, got 2 shots on that hole. So his bogey ended up being a net birdie, and he moved one up.
Well, Nero,
Kirk.
it was a brutal day out there today.
It was.
You managed to make an 8 to win the match.
7.
Oh, 7, I'm sorry. You made a 7 to win the match. A lot of shots out there today. We both left, I'd say, in this tough condition. But the first champion of the year-long match play championship, how do you feel?
Ecstatic. Match play, best play. Like,
All right.
Yeah. Handicaps.
Without further ado, I'd like to award you with the Love Golf Tour year-long match play championship trophy.
Thank you. This means
Also, you get 3 medals. So I hope you don't have any neck problems.
Wow.
it's fucking with my pacemaker. Here. To love golf.
All right.
Well, with all the shots that were flying around today here at the McRae Memorial, it was good to see somebody execute at the end. There was a lot of shots given, but one player at the end was able to pull it off. Nevertheless, that's a dry run on the Love Golf Tour for the year-long match play. Don't forget to check out all the future action on lovegolftour.com, including the Tour Championship coming